Washington, D.C. In a federal courtroom in Washington on Friday, another supporter of Donald Trump was sentenced to prison for his role in the January 6, 2021 Capitol riot. The judge characterized the actions of Troy Weeks, 38, as a direct attack on the nation's democracy. Dressed in a blue suit and visibly emotional, Weeks reflected on his troubled upbringing, shared personal anecdotes, and offered an apology to former Capitol Police Sergeant Aquilino Ganell, who suffered injuries while defending the Capitol that day. "I feel ashamed," Weeks said, after pleading guilty in May to 2 felonies, including assaulting law enforcement along with several misdemeanors. He received a 21-month prison sentence. Prosecutors had requested a sentence of over 2 years, noting that Weeks not only pushed against police, but also encouraged others to do the same and attempted to grab a can of OC spray from an officer. In a statement read to the court, Ganell expressed the personal impact of Weeks' actions. He knew what he was doing and didn't care who he was hurting. His actions contributed to the pain my family and I have suffered since January 6. Weeks was not the only rioter facing legal consequences this week as the country approaches the 2024 election. Edward Kelly, an anti-abortion activist, was on trial for his role in the Capitol attack and is also charged with plotting to murder FBI agents involved in his case. Testimony revealed he was armed during the riot, and the judge has yet to issue a verdict. In other recent arrests, Robert Piccirillo, a Proud Boys leader, was taken into custody for his participation in the Capitol assault, and a father-son duo, Richard and Keith Andrews, were arrested in New Jersey on various charges related to the riot. Other individuals, including David Joint and Joseph Adams, were also apprehended for their actions during the attack. As investigations continue, federal prosecutors have secured over 1,100 convictions, with sentences ranging from a few days to 22 years for some of the most serious offenders. The outcome of the January 6 investigations is closely tied to the upcoming election, as Trump has promised to pardon rioters if reelected, labeling them as warriors and political prisoners. Weeks, set to self-surrender after December 16th, cited a biblical verse to illustrate his perspective on the nation's leadership, suggesting a disconnect between citizens and those in power. "Time," he concluded, "is the only thing that proves whether you've learned something or not."